I get into trouble. Watch this. Right, so seriously, I get in trouble for the false starts I have. This one is intentional. David Miles, hello.
Take three.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
We are here getting ready for the Nutrien Trotter Series, about to start. We're here on a Wednesday. It'll actually be in a week's time, 8 days' time, if you like, at Bendigo. You've got a few horses getting ready for it. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's always good. These sales races are what we aspire to get them ready for. It's hard work to make sure that they're right on the day and have them all set up so you have them right for that time of year, and it's a lot of planning. But at this stage, fingers crossed, we might have 5 going around in the heats. Yep,
which would be good for you, good for your clients as well, buying them, and a range of different horses, including this bloke who just wanted to get out of. We'll bring him back up because we want him in the camera. He's going to have a cult following, this bloke.
Hopefully, yeah. No, this is Sid the Sloth.
That is why
we've got the bear. That's why we got the bear. Yeah. I'm keeping him too.
No, you're not. Holly's
not getting him back. I like him.
But he has got a bit of a cult following. Bardo, for starters, absolutely loves his name.
Yeah, no, it's a ripper. He is born and bred at Rochester there with the Pangrazio family. Beautifully bred out of a great family. And Neville and Louise and Michael decided to send him down to try and get him set up for this series. And he's trialled okay. He'll be first up next week, and he'll be a bit better next year, but he'll be competitive next week.
He's racing. Is he racing tomorrow night at Cornwall?
No. He'll have his first start in the Nutrien heats next week.
Next week at Bendigo.
Yep.
It's an important series for people. It's great that it's regional, if you like, for the heats. I know we're going back to Melton the following year. It's going to be at Wagga, but giving back to the community is so important, which is what Nutrien do.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I still think of the halcyon days of the Breeders' Crown. When it was at Bendigo, it was fantastic. So, I've got no issue with that. It's great to try and get some of the country people to have a look at some of these horses, and as I say, these country tracks, some of the people do a fantastic job. You know, Bendigo's always been a great club, and they should get these rewards. And he's been to Bendigo trials 2 weeks in a row to go and have a look at the track, and he's also been to Melton. So it's helpful for us that they're at a major track, and it's great with Wagga. I've been to Wagga a couple of times, and they seem to run the show up there pretty well as well.
Touch on that in a minute. So you've got the horse that was in Queensland, whose name has just totally, I haven't even got a remote idea of it. Yeah,
Iconic Image. He was super. He was quite good down here before he left for Queensland, but just a little green. But Sean Grimsey did a super job. He stopped off at Anton Galino's there for a couple of weeks on the way through, and Anton gave us a little bit of help with his shoeing. It was a real team effort for him, and culminating in him winning their size final on the last week. Whatever their size is called. So, he was successful there, and he comes down in good form, and hopefully get through this and then head to the Redwood. We've got Sid the Sloth, and we should have another first starter. He's probably not quite ready yet. One for Danny's Avitanos, Wardan Phoenix. He qualified Monday night. He's just got to. He might be just making up the numbers at this stage, but
just a bit quick for him.
Just a little bit. He got a bit of a cold about 6 weeks ago, and he's probably just not quite fit enough for where we need him to be, saying he could win the series. But he's a lovely trotter, and all he's got it does is trot, and another Aldebaran Eagle that we've had success with too.
Yep, it's great to see Danny turn into the dark side, Danny and Joe as well, and the whole Blue Army. It's good.
Yeah, no, he wanted a trotter, and I picked this fella out at the sales last year, and Danny said, have a crack, and especially we'd had the success with the Aldebaran Eagle. So, looking forward to it. And then we might have 2 runners in the 3-year-old version. Sebastian's waiting. Could possibly go round. It just depends on numbers with him. And Victory Vic, who's in there behind us, one of...
he'll have his first start for you?
He'll have his first start at all. He hasn't raced for, the Driscoll-Slater combination down there at Biak. They set him up a little while ago, having a bit of trouble getting him to behave himself. And at the moment, he's behaving himself. He's just got to get a little bit faster. But he trialled good Monday night as well. He'll, and I think... a little bit the same. I'm not sure he's going to be going fast enough in the next 2 weeks to win the series, but he'll hold his own.
I think the Slaters have got a couple of horses in the Nutrien sales for next year as well here in Melbourne, which is good because they actually close September 1. So make sure if you've got your yearlings, getting them ready, which the Slaters have done that, and a few other people, especially Mary and Lindsay Vag as well. I know they bred him, and Bardo was up there the other day. I was actually talking to Lindsay. Apparently it was just a lovely sunny day, which is unusual for Queensland.
Yeah, well, just like here, Paulie, really.
It is indeed. These race series, Miles, we'll take this hat off. I want him for a sec. Just give him for a sec because we've got to do something. Product placement. It is important. Nutrien Equine on the chest, Nutrien Equine on the hat. New people into our game. We are struggling a little bit. We need to be aware that people like Nutrien, when they come along, what they actually bring to our sport is actually outside money, outside investment, and people which we so desperately need in this sport right at the minute.
Yeah, well, looking at what they've done for the camp drafting, Nutrien has been amazing how they've really resurrected that and turned it into a real feature week where they have the sales and the competitions, and hopefully they can do something similar with us because we need a bit of a kick along at the moment. It's tough here in Victoria. Being a rep on the Trainers and Drivers Association, there's light at the end of the tunnel here in Victoria. I wouldn't necessarily say to people, it's time to jump ship because Anthony Butt and his team are trying to do a fantastic job to resurrect us, and hopefully that will turn around. But we do need these sponsors and these companies to look after us, and it's without them we're buggered. So it's as I say, if you can put a jumper on or a hat on and get a bit of sponsorship and do something like that and get their name out there, all for it. What does it mean going to Wagga? Some people say, it's disappointing it's not going to be in Victoria, but the reality is we want an Australian-wide circuit. From my point of view, I think Wagga's terrific. I can see why the guys in New South Wales may have wanted it at Menangle because there's so many of the bigger trainers there, but that could have had a flow-on effect that could have scared a lot of people from going there because all the good trainers are at Menangle. Your thoughts on Wagga and placing the race series there for 2 years and maybe 3? It doesn't affect me where the races are. You just have horse wheel travel. Yep. As a trainer, it doesn't make any difference where they are. It's hard. The Queensland it would have been hard. They've still got their own series, and I get it why, because it's such a big trip for the horses, especially early in the year. But we've been going to Bathurst for a lot of years, and it's a little bit further away, and they've run that carnival successfully for X amount of years. And as far as, I think it probably evens it up a little bit. The Sydney trainers get to go halfway, we get to go halfway. And if New South Wales get on board like they have with the Carnival of Cups, wow, it could turn into anything. Yep. That's one thing that New South Wales have probably done over the last couple of years. Those Carnival of Cup meetings, they look outstanding. Yeah, that's cool. And we didn't discuss this before this interview, and I did want to get your raw answer on it. I think it is important. I know Bardo's had quite a bit of feedback. It should be here, it should be there, and all the rest. But I think it's cool. I mean, it is at his home deck, so that probably influenced him a little bit. But I think, why not? I mean, he's putting the sails on. He's taking all the risk, and so why not have a bit of reward? At the end of the day, if it's on his home deck and it creates an advantage for anybody, and he can get more sponsors because people locally know him or something like that. I don't care. Yeah. As long as they put a good show on, it's fair for everyone. It's a great track, mate. They'll run some times there. It's lightning fast, that track. So, and we're not regulars there, but we've probably been 3 or 4 times over the last 12 months up to Wagga. The guys up there are fantastic. They typical Riverina Victoria rivalry. They don't like to see us take the money, and I don't blame them. But it's good hospitality. The tracks are great, and as I say, if it works and we can get an extra $5 out of it, yep. All play to him. And the one thing about it, the Riverina, there's some great juvenile training. It's not like they're not going to feature in some of those finals, that's for sure. There's some of the names you could rattle off. We're not going to, but there's some awesome trainers up there of those babies as well, so it's exciting for them. Exactly right. No. Milesy, thank you. I'll give it back, Sid. Holly, I will get it back, I promise. You're not getting it back, Holly. In all seriousness, Holly went shopping last night. She had no idea I was going to interview Sid and Milesy, and she brought that out this morning. I said, he's on a field trip today, so he'll go back in the front seat belted in, Holly, and he'll spend the rest of his day with me. But Milesy, well done. Good luck with Sid too. We'll try and get something done over the next few days, or even at the races with him, and a bit of excitement, a bit of a cult following with the name. So good luck at Nutrien. I'll catch up with you before that, but thanks for giving me a bit of time, buddy. Cheers, Paulie. Bye. Nominations are now open for the Nutrien Equine Standardbred yearling sales for Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. Nominations close on the 1st of September. Don't miss the opportunity to be a part of the Nutrien experience. Go to www.nutrienstandardbred.com.au for more information.